name's Nick. I'm a data subject and targeted individual in Cape Town, South Africa. And I'm just making another video in terms of continued harassment against myself towards what I equate to an outcome-based torture scenario. So through data manipulations, I'm a data subject. I'm subject to data in terms of neural feedback experience. And my neural feedback experience, our neural feedback experiences are subject to AI, artificial intelligent computer state regulation. These days, in a situation of the convergence of technologies, so artificial intelligent computers combined with biotechnology or neurotechnology, or including nanotechnology, affect a situation where humans can be hacked. Our brain feedback experience, our neural data is vulnerable to these manipulations, and I'm just stuck in a case where I'm being hyperstimulated towards corruption or destruction. So it leads to a lot of swearing. It leads to a lot of breakdowns in mental integrity in terms of any other actions I wish to perform. And these are human rights violations that are being supported by the wealthy in this country, including European, Dutch, Spanish settlers who are still in the country, affecting the corruption that was in the past, the old National Party government that we as a country, we fought hard for. And I was just a youngster, but that's what the country did, survived through those times, and now it's stuck in a situation where the corruption continues. And when we look at the sources of corruption previous or prior, we see associations to these first world countries that are actually in fact doing medical research on data subjects in this country through the Human Capacity Development Program. And that's entailing massive human rights violations in terms of data subject hyperstimulation, data subject neural data manipulations, and affecting delays and obstructions in the investigations of torture. So, for me, noting the fact that these are algorithmic influences, they're not subject to change, and for that they're incredibly dangerous. So, being in a situation where we are exposed to the vulnerabilities of AI, state surveillance apparatus manipulations, the efforts I'm trying to forward in terms of getting regulatory oversight and support in this country is just being targeted in terms of my destruction. Hyperstimulation, psychological continuity data, hyperstimulation, cyber torture, including hooting, shouting, keyword harassment, and cyber torture. When they come to me and say, "Haha, we're getting away with the corruption," it's gaslighting my experience and undermining my mental integrity in terms of an outcome-based torture scenario where I would lash out. So when that's combined with delays from our regulators, it sends me into hyperstimulation. I can't think, and I just want to swear. And making another video now because I was going to make a video about my history, why I was targeted, and that brought up shouting. And it's a video I'd be okay with making, but at the moment it's just hyperstimulation towards data subject corruption. So now my ears are ringing, my head is subject to extreme pressure, manipulations in terms of my motor cortex, neural data, and other aspects of my brain that are being manipulated. Even brought shouts of laughter as I said that from down the road. These are then being subject to sort of display, shown off to anyone supporting state capture in this country currently. That includes everyone from Pick n Pay to Woolworths, the post office to international companies, De Beers, Shell. Their employees are carrying out harassment, and it's, I believe, a nationwide problem. So with my continued belief that I'm being subject to a situation of scheduled for suicide, where any data integrity towards bringing about a resolution to the situation is attacked, and the psychological continuity corruptions in terms of pressure build-up, I've been warned that they'll cause brain damage. So that leads me to more swearing. I want to swear now because the situation is something that we can affect, but I can't do that if I literally feel like I'm going to have a brain or an experience of brain damage, because I will start to swear, I will start to kill people, and it's not a subject that is being dealt with in this country. So I'm making another video because it's all pre-planned. I believe that the state is quite capable of just generating an outcome-based experience exactly the same as the one I was induced into, and for that there's no fighting. I need to just protect myself, protect the situation, the constitution, and try to do my best to bring about change in terms of our subjugation to this. So I'm just making another video now because I'm subject to harassment, and I feel like I need to do something in terms of the destruction of my mental health, because I'll start swearing soon. And yeah, thanks for the support in the group. All the best. Bye.